My name is Cynthia Rodriguez Matthews. I am running for Congress in the 26th Congressional District, which spans from La Cañada Flint Ridge into the Rancho Cucamonga area along the San Gabriel Mountains, the 210 freeway. We're in San Bernardino, California. This is where I was born, here at St. Bernardine's. And this house in the background is where my mom was raised. And this is in the heart of the barrio here in San Bernardino. And each time that I need a good dose of humility, I come back because I see people living in poverty when we don't need to do that here. The United States needs to get back on track. We have people here that are very, very smart that only need a help up, and yet we neglect those people. And by running for Congress, what I want to see is I want to see a change. I want to see us grow as a community, and the only way that we can do that is to give back to the communities where many of us come from. And I think sometimes when you have people of wealth that rule, that we have in Congress and in Senate, they are disconnected and they do not know what it's like. They don't know what it's like to go to bed hungry. They don't know what it's like to be afraid, how am I going to pay my house note, my electricity, and so forth. My dream for America is that what we do is we have and invest in health, a single payer universal health care plan, so every single American and legal resident here has access to health care. Our senior citizens aren't having to cut pills that they're supposed to take twice a day and having to take them every other day instead so that they can eat, so that their electric bill isn't cut, so that they continue to thrive as healthy Americans, that every child that has a bellyache can go into a clinic and get seen by a doctor and get access to that adequate medical care that they need, that every child in America and every adult that needs to return back to school has that option for affordable education all the way through college, because that's what's going to make us thrive as a country. My dream for America is to bring democracy in a whole back here to America. We try to enforce it across the pond in other countries, saying we're giving them the right to vote, we're giving them right for access for this, we're giving them a right for that, yet our rights, our very essence as Americans, are being stripped from us through the Patriot Act, which rips up our Constitution and throws it away. We don't need that. We have a Constitution. Well, I think if you take a look at it, people are up in arms right now. You see people very angry because they feel threatened. We have an administration now that really doesn't take care of what's going on around us nationally here. And internationally, they've made big mistakes. And we need to provide, as a part of Homeland Security, is being secure within yourself. And the only way that you can do that is having jobs where people make money. And I'm not talking about getting wealthy. I'm talking about having enough to pay your house note, your car, being able to send your kids to college so that they can get an education, knowing that if you're taking a day off, on a Saturday, because it is your day off, that you can kick back with your soda, feet up on the table watching a football game, and you don't have to worry about where the next dollar is going to come to pay for that soda or to pay for your kid's pair of shoes. Well, I'll tell you, I support legal immigration. The only way we're going to help anybody is to help get them here legally. And in order to do that, we have to clear up the bottleneck that we've got. It's very cumbersome. It takes a long time. You have people on the rolls for 10, 15, 20 years before they can become legal, even if they're married, if they filled out the right paperwork. And some people, face it, are here because their visas have expired. And then you have the other category of people that come here illegally. They're undocumented. They steal identification. They work under the table for employers who are acting illegally. And the only thing that benefits is the coyotes, illegally operating companies, and the corrupt government and the corrupt politicians that are involved with that to turn a blind eye to it. We don't have to initiate more laws, just enforce the laws. We don't have to initiate and build up more visas. We have visas. Let's utilize them and encourage the use of that. I believe that we are a sovereign nation. We have to protect and secure our borders. And as a congressional candidate and someone who would serve in Congress, I stand by that. I encourage people to come here legally and not be exploited. And those that bring your family members, make sure they come legally with papers so that you don't get exploited. My dream for America is to lift us up so that we, in turn, can lift others up and go forward. So what we have to do is bring hope back. That's what's going to help, bringing the hope and instilling that. Let's educate our youth. Let's bring them up. Let's make our America strong. That's my dream.